Hi everybody, we are here in beautiful Cannes, Brand Innovators 2025. This is not AI, this is actually real. That's how beautiful Cannes is. My name is Ken Lagana, I'm the global CRO for Media.net, and I'm here with Carina. Carina, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Thank you so much for having me. This is absolutely amazing.
Great.
My name is Carina Ertl. I'm the CMO for Bucherer USA. We are a global watch retailer. We run over 150 retail stores across the globe, basically. I'm in the United States, and we are the #1 destination for luxury watches and fine jewelry.
Amazing. Now, you've been in the luxury space, I think, your whole career, right?
My whole career, almost. I started when a brief stint in journalism, and then I did consulting very briefly, and then I went straight to Swarovski on the brand marketing side.
Fantastic.
So I have been like a marketeer for
long
15 plus years.
A long time. How, in your mind, how has the luxury marketplace changed, if at all? Over those 15 years.
Luxury, it's so interesting, right? And it stands out a little bit in the discussions that we're having here at Cannes.
Yeah.
It's a very solid space. We have a very strong DNA. We have a very strong code. We believe in heritage, authenticity. Obviously, for me personally, luxury goods, it's like art. So there's not that much change, but then obviously the tools we get to work with have changed dramatically, and in a good way, right? We have way more access to data. We have way more access now how we approach, especially our journey with our clients and the customer relationships. We have a whole new set of beautiful software solutions to work with.
Amazing.
And now we're also tapping into AI for our creative and how we change to work with AI, not just on the operational side, but also how it influences, obviously, the creative processes.
That's amazing. So, there's been a lot of conversations in Cannes this week. I've attended a lot of different panels, Brand Innovators, nonstop. I mean, these guys are doing a great job of just bringing the best talent to the marketplace and talking about all the things that are going on, really in marketing in the world today. And for me, one of the common themes has been change. Everything has been about change, and I think you guys have gone through some recent changes. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So I'll answer that in two parts.
Please.
So first of all, I think in marketing especially, in the creative industry especially, we have seen change every single year.
Yeah.
I feel like if it's Cannes or any other conference, or when we even get to gather in smaller communities, which Brand Innovators does an amazing job curating that. We've always been through so much change, and especially on the marketing side and the role of the CMO, I feel like we just learn to adapt and adjust.
You have
and
to,
focus
right? You have to.
Constantly, and that's why it's so exciting.
Yes.
So I think the change, we're just used to it in a way, and that's what it's exciting also about this role, about being a marketeer in general.
Yeah.
And then for us, especially from Bucherer, we actually acquired Tourneau back in 2018.
Oh, wow.
So Tourneau is a very well-known brand, right? Much more so than Bucherer. So we're still building up the brand, or the Bucherer brand perception, in the United States. They're very well-known with a 100-plus year history in Switzerland, or from Switzerland. And they obviously bring to the United States that authenticity of Swiss watchmaking.
Wow.
So Bucherer acquired Tourneau in 2018. We are finalizing the rebrand right now. We had a very smart approach of a hybrid brand to make sure that all our clients join us in that journey from Tourneau becoming Bucherer.
That's got to be really important, that loyalty aspect and keeping people with the brand, right?
Absolutely. But we also went through a full rebranding playbook, and we had the luxury of time.
Yeah.
So we were able to really rebrand every single touch point. So literally from the stores, complete gut renovation of the stores.
Wow.
A complete redesign of the experience that you have with us through that Swiss hospitality aspect that Bucherer brings to the United States. To literally every touch point, and the last touch point now is the final rebranding of signage and even the napkins in the store, as well as then obviously the digital journey and the website.
So how long did you basically bought Tourneau in 2018, I think you said, right?
Yes, correct.
How long did this whole change take place? How long did that take you? What was that time?
We always wanted to take more time to really like ensure that it's done really well and that we're not losing like loyalty and that we're not confusing clients. But at the same time, we obviously also had the pandemic in between, so that's something that we also had to consider. So we are now like in the final stages, but we were also already able the last few years to build brand equity for Bucherer, right?
That's right. That's
so it's a really beautiful journey that we were able to do.
That's fantastic. So how has the luxury watch buying experience changed over the years? Has it remained consistent? How has tech enabled it, or like?
I think absolutely. Like there are multiple points, right? You have obviously much more access to data, right? You have like great software solutions for CRM systems. So we really are able to provide a much more curated experience today than maybe a few years past. We also obviously are trying to see you as a global client so that we recognize you not just like within the United States, but also if you're in Switzerland or somewhere else within Europe. We also really try to take away a little bit sometimes that, like, I would say hesitation maybe with luxury buying. So we set a big part of the experience is hospitality. We really want you to come and explore and experience. We're trying to build community. You know, we really set deep in culture. So we see ourselves as curator. We curate not just like the beautiful watches and the beautiful jewelry that we have, but also the experiences that we want you to have with us. If that's like the first time you come to any of our stores and we just like chat with you and have coffee with you, or like we really then invite you to our experiences that we build for our clients.
That's amazing. Do people tend to know what they want to buy when they walk into a store, or is it kind of are you there to curate that experience and help people down that journey?
It's twofold, right? Some people know exactly what they want. Then sometimes there are a little bit of setbacks because that particular timepiece might not be available at that time point.
Got it.
But then also some people, and that's what we love most, is when we can take you on that journey of exploration, when we can really curate it, when we can start like talking about different pieces. And what's usually also happening is that sometimes you come to us with like a very specific timepiece in mind, and then you actually get to try it on and you're like, oh, you know what, I imagined that differently. What else can we look at? And that's beautiful when we actually have the opportunity to like have a conversation with you and have an exploration with you.
I would imagine that happens often. I think people might come in with a preconceived notion, and then once they get to touch it, feel it, try it on, it probably sways their opinion a little bit, right? Would you say so?
I think so. I mean, I'm not personally on the retail side, but definitely, I mean, it's like, to your point, like you have something in mind and then it changes, but also like when you're in store, then suddenly you see so many other opportunities. And then we also introduce you to other brands and other like beautiful pieces. So it's almost like a beautiful candy shop of like luxury timepieces and horology.
Now, this is your second year in Cannes.
That's true, yes.
What has anything changed for you in terms of what people are talking about outside of AI? We're not going to talk about AI. Has anything changed? Because it's a really interesting time right now in media marketing and just globally.
No, absolutely.
So what in your mind sticks out?
I mean, I feel it's hard to like pinpoint because there's so many conversations. It's almost overwhelming. For me, like Cannes is like similar to what we do like on the experience side. It's like an experience and it's like the community, right? I come here because I have this opportunity to reconnect with a lot of friends, to have this amazing, like I love the smaller round tables that we have.
I totally
people,
agree.
Like talk about like, oh, I'm currently working on this, so this is a challenge for me. How do we solve for that? And these are more like the private, more intimate discussions where we can just learn and explore and be brutally honest with each other. So I think that's the beauty of Cannes. Like it's too big in a way, so it's really hard to navigate.
It's overwhelming.
So I love what Brand Innovators does, that they curate that experience and that we can just like follow along.
I totally agree. And they do a great job of pulling people together to have those really meaningful private conversations where I feel like we all learn from each other. And that's just been it's been so helpful for me in my day to day. And it sounds like you feel the same way.
No, for me it's less about like where do I need to go for dinner or whatever. No, it's like really about meeting the right people and having like connections and having like meaningful interactions and learning from each other.
100%. And this is, this is more of a, just generally, it's more of a senior level sort of experience. So I think that ability to learn from each other is really important, and it's unique.
It's also like you have everyone. I mean, it's kind of like in a way almost ridiculous, but then everyone is here. Like I meet people here that don't manage to see in New York the whole year, I connect with them here, and it's just beautiful.
And it's funny because people outside the industry look at what we do, and everybody comes to Cannes and they see pictures of what we're doing at restaurants and things like that, but the really meaningful conversations that happen on the ground, even people, we're so busy in our day-to-day lives, even in New York, I'm seeing people here that I could see in New York, but I just never do.
Yeah.
So to your point, I mean, I think that's what makes this place really special.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Anyway, it was great talking to you.
Thank you so much.
This is so fun.
Appreciate
Thank you.
Thank you.